Ladies and gentlemen, this is our final match of the evening. It's a 1 fall, 1 hour time limit for the Texas heavyweight title that Doberman has held up. Straight across the ring for me is the Doberman, the Texas heavyweight champion. And over here with a bandana is Pablo Chuco. Pablo Chuco. Pablo told me earlier in the dressing room that next time he comes out here, he wants all the men to get on their knees and bow, and he wants all the women to stand up in the chairs and throw him kisses. This is what he demands. Pablo, you told me you were proud of Mexico. Is that not right? Is that right or wrong?
Hey, that's right. I say I'm proud of Mexico.
All right. You're ready to face Doberman tonight.
Oh yeah, I say I don't think he's ready though.
All right, Doberman. Pablo Chuco. He says he doesn't think you're right. You're not ready. You're not right. You're not ready. You won the belt. He told you to give it back to me. You refused to do it. What do you got to say to him?
Seems to me, Pablo, we got a little mixed up as to who was the leader of the outfit. You've heard the old saying, he who has the gold has the power. The Oklahoma Savior trumps the Mexican Superman any day.
All right, let's get it. We'll get this match started. Work my way down here.
And that was the bell starting the beginning of the match. And Pablo Chuco quite quickly into a little bit of control, as he has the NAWA Texas Heavyweight Champion, the Doberman, in a wrist lock. But the Doberman reverses and applies a wrist lock of his own.
Good main event right here.
Certainly should be the to wax a bit nostalgic, sir. It would be the OMC Explodes. And we've got Doberman reversing a headlock and applying one of his very own onto his former tag team partner, Pablo Chuco.
You know, I've said a few times this week, these are both originally bad guys, you know? And I said, what we're going to do here tonight is like you take a couple of snakes and you just wad them up in a ball and throw them to the floor, and you see which snake comes up first. That's what we're doing here tonight. These two guys are like snakes, brother. They're dirty. They cheat any way they can. They know every cheat tactic there is, and we're just going to see which one comes out on top.
Well, you certainly have interesting pastimes here in Texas. I don't know that I've ever had the opportunity to ball a pair of snakes and throw them down.
Well, if you do, if you ball them up, you'll throw them down.
I don't
Nothing
think
else to do with them, right? But get rid of them.
Well, I don't think I'd even let them stay long enough in my hand to ball them up, sir.
Well, I tell you what, They have not done one dirty tactic yet. I'm very surprised.
There has been a little bit of an attempt on hair pulling, but aside from that, nothing outside the norm.
Fairly good tackle there.
Very nice shoulder tackle by Pablo Chico.
Drop down. Nice move with the backslide. Lost him on the backslide. He couldn't hold him for the pin.
And a little bit of disrespect coming from the Mexican Superman to the Oklahoma
Look at
Savior.
Doberman's face.
What's wrong? Hey, get him back, ref! He can't slap me like that! Come on! What are they open
Looks like the champion took exception.
Looks like Pablo opened a can of snakes, not a can of worms.
Pablo Chico trying to lay claim that slapping is acceptable form of wrestling.
Trying to make Doberman real mad so Doberman would lose concentration on his game plan. I could be wrong.
That could be very much it, but I'll be honest. The last thing that you really want to do is rile up an already angry dog. When you have an attack dog, you don't go out of your way to antagonize it. You do whatever you can to make sure that you
He got it back, didn't he?
Oh! A little bit of payday there as caught Pablo Chico right across the face.
Oh, he sure did. Knocked him off his feet, too.
Chico did not like that one bit.
How's he feel? Huh? Huh?
The former tag team partners. Doberman with the close.
Beautiful power slam.
Beautiful power slam.
Nice power slam.
Follows it right through to the pin. Only comes up with the two. Doberman wasting no effort. Goes straight to the rear.
You know, Nigel, you know what you're trying to do when you give a guy that power slam. You know what you want to happen on that power slam.
I could guess, but I would probably be wrong, sir.
What you're trying to do with a power slam, it's a fast, low, driving him in the mat. You just want to stun him just enough to knock the wind out of him, because it's easy to get a 1-2, but it's not easy to get that 3. And if you knock the wind out of that guy, believe you me, when you got the wind knocked out of you, you're not thinking about kicking out. You're thinking about breathing. You can't breathe, that's what you're thinking about. And you stun him for just a second, long enough to get that 3 count with that power slam. You drive the wind out of him.
Speaking of driving the wind out of him, Doberman with a very, very beautiful hip toss, sending Pablo Chico crashing down to the mat.
Come on, your belt, come on, for the belt!
Doberman grabbing what could dubiously be referred to as hair on the head of the Mexican Superman, hitting him in the face.
Nice shot to the back.
Very nice indeed.
Open the fence!
Pablo Chico with a fist to the side of Doberman's head, following up with a headbutt, sends the champion almost completely collapsing to the mat. Doberman returns with a couple of elbows, sets him up for a very nice suplex.
Real nice.
Almost picture perfect as goes for the 3, comes up short with 2.
See him rub that forearm right across his nose and mouth. Oh, boy.
There is some of the nefarious tactics that you're referring to. Ooh, and a stomp to the side and rib cage.
Come on, what's the hair, Doberman? Get him, Doberman.
Ooh, and a headbutt to the lower back and side of Pablo Chico. Doberman little dazed. Pablo Chico looking up.
Nice shoulder to the rib cage.
Very nice shoulder shot to the rib cage as the challenger once again starts to take control of this matchup. Elbow to the back of the head. Lovely snapmare on the part of
Pablo's on
Pablo
top right
Chuco.
now, I think.
He is indeed. Ooh, and a drop kick right to the chest of the Doberman. Pablo goes for the pin. Comes up short with 2.
Who's over now?
Now, I may not be a ring veteran killer, but hey, correct me if I'm wrong, but Pablo wasting a little bit too much time jawing with the fans. Doberman looking like he was in a little bit of hot water there, as it looked like Pablo Chuco was pulling something from his trouser pockets.
Like it, didn't it?
Doberman slipping right out, goes for the wrist lock. Applies the wrist lock one more time. Apparently didn't have it cinched on just right. What is it? Looks like Chuco indeed has something in his hands. Looks like referee Bump is a little bit too aware. Forcing Chuco to put whatever foreign object he had in his pocket, or in his hand back in his pocket. He sends Chuco into the ropes.
Looks like something sticking out of his pocket about to fall out.
Hey, come on, Doberman, get him out. Doberman, get him out. Get him out.
You notice that boot that Doberman was giving to Pablo? It was the toe of the boot going right into his gut.
Ooh,
Very nice.
very nice.
Very nice.
Seated clothesline in the corner. Doberman sends Pablo Chuco crashing down to the mat. Doberman on the second rope.
Gone. You know, he was taking too much time up there.
Certainly was.
You got to get up and come off quick.
Certainly.
You give that man on the mat, you give him enough time to think, he's gonna miss you up there.
Exactly. Waste no time in the squared circle. Sage advice from the legendary killer Tim Brooks as Pablo Chuco takes another shortcut and attempts to choke out his former tag team partner. Chuco with a rake to the eyes as the champion attempts to fight his way back.
You know, Nigel, I would like to tell the Rangers congratulations. You know, they didn't win the World Series, but you know they were in the World Series.
Yes, they were in the World
And
Series.
it takes a great ball club to get to the World Series. And, the Rangers, we're proud of you, and you did a good job. Always you have next year to think about. Just like these two guys here,
Get him out.
it doesn't matter who wins, they got the next match to think about. The Rangers could very easily take the World Series next year.
That is very, very true. And I'd like to point something out that we've noticed in the United Kingdom. Did you know, were you aware that America has won the World Series every year running thus far? It takes something very special for a nation to win a world event every year. So, bully to America for winning the World Series once again.
Oh, well, Toronto used to be in there.
In the World Series?
Yeah.
Are you deaf?
Not in the World Series, in the baseball league.
Well, yes, but
The Blue Jays, they could have, if they would have won, they could have been, it would have been you're saying it'd be a true World Series in another country like that.
I would say yes. If we added, I don't know.
Well, why do you think it is that England has no baseball team?
Because we prefer cricket.
Or does cricket have any, do they have World Series in cricket?
No, we don't have a World Series, though we do have a national championship. Although I do believe that more of the world
You see
participated.
that drop kick was right in Pablo Chico's throat.
Beautiful front-facing double.
Yes, it was.
Just kicked Pablo Chuco right in the face. And it looks like Pablo Chuco, well, a little dazed from the drop kick. A little bit more in control than the Doberman. Doberman is trying to fight back, but Pablo Chuco taking
Slapped him and he came back with an eye gouge.
more on.
Not me. Him.
Oh, he come right back with it again.
Shades of your dear friend Roddy Rowdy Piper with the Doberman with the thumb to the eye. Ooh. And
Oh, you just spoke the name of the great one, I'll tell you that. Roddy Piper has done a lot for this business, and this business has done a lot for Roddy Piper.
yes, he certainly has. Might I say, as a young lad, Roddy Piper, despite his nefarious deeds, was one of my favorite competitors in the squared circle. As Pablo Chuco lays into Doberman. Both men looking to be a little bit worse for wear.
It seems like the crowd is a little bit more for Doberman. You know, it's kind of split. I'd say 40-60, 60 for Doberman, about 40 for Pablo. What would you think?
I don't think many people here are for Pablo Chuco. I don't hear any chants for the Mexican Superman. As a matter of fact, I don't even hear any jeers except for accusations that he's got something in his pocket. It's almost as if the Oklahoma Savior has wowed this Waxahachie crowd.
Two count.
Oh, boy. Let me digest that now.
Now Doberman
I'm not
going.
going to agree with you, and I'm not going to disagree with you. I'm going to stay neutral. It's not 100% for Doberman.
Well, perhaps then it's just a simple fact that I've got these headphones on and I can hear your dulcet tones over the cheers or jeers of this fine Waxahachie crowd. Doberman applying a camel clutch, but the Mexican Superman working his way out of it and coming down crashing hard.
Very hard in the small of the back right
Certainly is the Doberman is certainly going to be needing a chiropractor tomorrow, that's for certain. It's hard for me to make out exactly what Pablo Chuco is doing, but it sounds from what referee Bump is saying that he's trying to use Doberman's throat as leverage.
I think he had a reverse chin lock on him. He was trying to slip his hand down under his throat, get a little choke in on it.
High-risk maneuver by Pablo Chuco, and he took his time a little bit and paid for it, putting the NAWA Texas Heavyweight Champion back in the driver's seat. Ooh. Oh, he took a shot to the kitchen sink. A little bit of rake in the eyes by the Doberman, as you pointed out.
Those eyes good, didn't he?
Certainly did. And both of these competitors are known for nefarious behavior in the ring.
They neither one care nothing about the rules. I would say between these two, they've probably broken every rule in wrestling. Maybe not all tonight, but
Certainly.
they have.
Looks as if Miza knows. Looks.
That was a key.
Did you see what I saw? It looked as if Pablo Chuco had pulled something out of his pocket
Yes, yes.
and then rocked the jaw.
There it is. That's a good, clear shot of it right there.
It's certainly right there.
Hey, whoa, 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 whoa!
Hey!
What are you doing? What are you
No,
doing?
it's not mine!
What are you doing?
No! No! They
Ring
ring
the
it
bell!
in!
No! Hey, ring the bell! Ring the bell! Ring the bell!
No! No! Unring the bell!
No! No!
The referee declares winner of the match, Doberman.
Pablo really took me to the limit tonight. He's my partner, or was my partner. He knows every move in and out, and I know every move in and out. It was tough. I think my jaw's out, my ribs hurt, my back hurts, I'm bad, but let me tell you something. When he pulled out those brass knucks, it's exactly what I expected. Exactly what I expected out of him. Because we were both trained by Killer. We both play the same game. Okay? But the fact that I've got singles gold around my waist, it's too much for him to handle. Now, those people that don't know, I live in God's country, Oklahoma. All right? A little town in the middle of paradise we call Altus. And every time I come down here, I make that drive down I-35 South. And I gotta come down here and look at these fans. And I think to myself, everywhere I go in Oklahoma and everywhere I go in Texas, it's all the same. You go to a construction site, there's a bunch of Mexicans working, and there's a white guy telling them what to do. And that's how this tag team has always worked. I've always been the boss, I've always been in charge, and somehow he lost sight of that. And that's why we're coming back next month, Nigel. I'm not gonna let it end in a DQ. I'm gonna put him down, I'm gonna put him out, and then we're gonna know for sure who the boss of this outfit is.
Thank you for joining us. Tune in next time for more Killer Tim Brooks, NAWA, Big Time Pro Wrestling, Texas Tough. Don't forget to check us out on the web, on Facebook at NAWA Big Time Pro Wrestling Texas. On YouTube, Big Time Pro Wrestling. On MySpace, keyword Killer Tim Brooks. I'm Nigel Rabbit. So long, everyone.